Alright guys, so today gonna be a bit of a fun day for us. A lot of crazy stuff gonna be happening, basically because we may be getting some nice 5-star chickens. And y'all gonna hate me for that. What's up guys, this is your boy Russian with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Alright, so I guess Plarium came through on the 16th anniversary. So as you guys see here, we have some stuff going on, popping up. We have the Plarium 16th anniversary free gifts. So let's take a look, let's go to the shop, and Plarium did something right again. I'm not saying they're not evil, but at least they're doing things right. If you're looking for a sign to get a fresh start in Raid and become a part of my squad, this is it. Click my link in the description and get a free Karato as well as 3 more epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champion. This is your chance to get Karato for free as well as Anax, Uugo and Mausoleum Mage as you progress your account in Raid. So click on my link right now and claim them. So some pretty decent goodies right now. We're gonna be getting a Sacred Shard, Primal Shard, 5-star chicken. We're gonna be having 4 50 times multi-battles, 20 brews, 200 energy, and 500 silver. So let's claim this free gift. The first one, great. Thank you, Plarium. You're giving a Sacred Shard when we have a 2x event. In the past, as you guys know, this didn't happen, but it's happening right now. It happened the last time as well. We had the 2x event and they were giving Sacred Shards, so that's pretty much a game changer. Very happy. So we're gonna open these shards. Now, as you guys know, now I only have 1 shard in this account, but we're also gonna be opening on the free-to-play and we're gonna be opening on my main account because now I gotta have 11 shards. I only need 7. I actually don't need fully 7 because I have some void shards, so we're gonna be opening a couple of them without hurting the account for the next fusion, okay? Now, so let's take a look at the events coming up, just so you guys know. Anniversary Path gonna start tomorrow. Now, one of the main things, if we take from past events, okay? Anniversary Path gonna have to do with farming dungeons, okay? Now, it's a lot of runs for you guys to be able to do the complete the path. I believe some more things get involved besides just running dungeons, but a lot of the rewards are worth it, okay? Now, in some of my other accounts, I may not actually be so fully engaged, but depending on how it is, I may actually put resources towards it on my main account. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. All right, guys, so first of all, let's hope for a 5-star chicken. As you guys know, right now the 2x is 12% chance to pull a legendary, okay? And you have 10 times chance to pull Uugo the Jade, what I talked about last video, great champion, but in the rares and below account, he's just gonna be a chicken. All right, so let's pull this shard really quick. Let's see if we got a nice 5-star chicken, and we got a 4-star chicken. Alright, Lutia. Not a bad champion, not gonna go through her. She's decent, but nothing special. For this account, it doesn't really matter, right guys? Okay, so let's go to our free-to-play account where pulling a legendary actually gonna make a difference. Alright guys, so we are on the 2-hour-a-day account, which is not 2-hour-a-day account anymore. Actually, to be honest, in the most because I'm finishing college right now, getting my bachelor's on digital filmmaking, it has been about 2 hours a day tops that I've been playing this account. But this is the most important thing about this account. This has been my luckiest account. So on the first week playing the game, I actually pulled Sand Amber Heart. I think it was with my first or second Void Fragment Shard. Sorry. And then, not much after, as soon as I came back to use this account because of the issues I had with my other free-to-play, I pulled the Spear of Nyrissa, which is one of the best champions in the game as well. So I pulled two top champions, right? And from my regular shards, I also pulled Hellcat. So this account has been the luckiest one. I'm probably gonna pull something crazy, or I hope so, and I already collected the shard. So we have 2 shards, 2 sacreds, never know. It's 2x, so it's not a double, so I may actually pull 2 legendaries, okay? Let's see who I gonna pull. Woo! Woo! Let's take a look, guys. Alright, so first shard. Let's go. And, okay. Lorne the Cutter. Lorne, I use him a lot of times on free to play. Not as much on my main account. Actually, not at all in my main account. But let's take a look. He's a healer. He's A1. He attacks 3 times. He heals his champion by 15% of the damage inflicted. On the A2, attacks all enemies. Has 75% chance of placing a leech debuff. And 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. So leech and heal reduction, really good in a lot of areas of the game, even if you have a healer, because you help yourself to heal and you stop your enemies from healing. So, and on the passive, on the A3, Snatch to Darkness, attacks one enemy, has 75% of decrease the target's turn meter by 100%. So also, really good choice for Fire Knight because he does bring the heal reduction. Gets a little bit of healing for himself on attacking 3 times and has 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 100% on a 4-turn cooldown if booked. So decent champion. Now let's see what do we get next. And not so lucky today in this account, but I'm not complaining at all. Zargala, pretty good hitter, pretty good attack champion. On the A1, attacks 1 time, has 50% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 1 turn. On the A2, attacks 1 enemy, instantly activates the Crack Armor skill if the target's killed by this attack. On the A3, Crack the Armor, attacks all enemies 2 times. After the first hit, has 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff in all enemies for 2 turns. Attacks all enemies 3 times after the first hit, has a 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense buff in all enemies for 2 turns if ascended. So pretty good champion, the most for a free to play. In the most, as you guys know, this account is not an old account. Like, I've been actually getting a lot of gains in this account, and we are on getting on day 55, okay? Now, the thing I'm working the most right now is really getting my clan boss team higher up so I can actually try to go for some of the fusions. What won't be this one, but hopefully the next fusion we should be able to go for. All right, let's take a look. Champion Chase, yep, not too bad. Getting a little bit of energy. Now, I wouldn't invest too much on this champion chase. Yes, you can get a little bit of goodies, but a little bit of books, what is always important. The prizes are not bad. I just feel with a fusion coming up next week, you guys should kind of hold on. If you have the extra shards, definitely go for it. Definitely worth it, but don't strain yourselves. All right, so let's go to the main account where we actually have a decent number of shards. All right, Raid just gave me like a 5-minute delay before actually giving me my goodies. What kind of worried me because I'm in the middle of making the video. All right, so I have 11 shards and I do have 12 void shards, 38 ancients. Probably gonna hold for champion chase. So I will say I probably can do with 5 sacred shards pulling. If anything, you know, I can always pull mystery shards in the end to be able to complete the fusion. So I'm gonna be pulling 6 sacred shards on a 2x event. Hopefully I get something good for this account. As you guys know, I'm stacked, but there are a lot of champions that would really make a huge difference for me. In the most, if I was able to pull this targeted champion. All right, so let's see, 6 shards. We're going for it. Sky's the limit, and it's gold, and boom! Cavalax! Yes! Cavalax, I just gave, the account I actually just gave a few weeks ago, had Cavalax. I was so upset in a way because I hadn't pulled this on my main account. So Cavalax, amazing champion. Ash actually just made a video with multiple Cavalax. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be a whale or a kraken to be able to pull so many. But, so on his A1, oozing greatsword, attacks one enemy, has 40% chance of increase the duration of all poison debuffs on target for 1 turn, and poison is massive. I have good poisoners, great poisoners. Heal this champion by 2.5%. I don't care about my tournament position. Of their max HP for each poison debuff on the target. So I can stack poisons like a maniac, by the way. On the A2, attacks one enemy, plays an extra hit for each poison debuff on the target, up to 3 extra hits. Alright, so limits. A3, Storm of Vitriol. Attacks all enemies, damage increase according to the number of poison debuffs on each target. Damage based on attack and enemy max HP. Crazy. And on the passive, Pestilence. Plays 4 5% poison debuffs in all enemies for 2 turns. At the start of each round, has 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 1 turn at the start of each turn. Whenever an enemy places a poison buff on this champion, instantly removes it and replaces it with 15% continuous heal buff for 2 turns instead. Also, he brings speed on all battles for 19%. Freaking crazy. Alright, so we still have 5 more shards. Let's see if we get more gold. Alright, can't win them all. Torture him. Next, give to daddy. Alright, Hope. I hope you don't show up again. Come on, guys, give me another gold. And no, not yet. And a Moonbeam, pretty decent champion. Not as much used by me as I probably should, but definitely would love to have him on free to play. 2 more shards. I need 1 more gold at least. And it's Chancellor Yasmin and the last shard. Come on. Alright, Zealot. You guys think I can make with 4? I think I can make with 4, right? Yeah, I think I can. So 1 more shard. It has to be because I know myself. I done before pulling multiple, but just because the champ I pulled on the first shard, let's go. And it's not go. It's okay. It's Shatterbones. Shatterbones, you're shattering my heart right now. All right, so not too bad. I do have enough shards to be able to get the points I need. Let's be a sneak. Let's take a look at something. All right, so that's messed up because on one of my free to play, right? So this price, like half the price, is less than half the price for 1. It does not give me gems, but I would rather pay a lot less than to use the gems. But not going to pull anymore. I always tell you guys to be responsible, so I should actually kind of do the same. Now, don't take me wrong. Yes, that's more what I actually saw on my other account. Now, I'm not going to jump in on this. I know for prices, this is probably the best price you guys are going to find. Sacred Shards, but I feel it's unnecessary. I already pulled a major champion, and to be honest, I've been having a hard time building all the champions I actually should be building. So I'm gonna hold on to that. It was good enough. And almost just that 1 champion that I pulled, it was worth all the shards, okay? So as of right now, still going for the fusion. Not a problem in here. If by chance I pull another sacred shard while the 2x still going on, so I have about 2 days, to be honest. 2 days of clan boss, as per se. I may actually pull more shards. So if I get more sacreds from clan boss, I'm gonna pull. I think it's worth. Those shards I have are enough for me to complete the next fusion, so not a big issue. That's what I tell you guys. You need to be able to calculate sometimes what you have in the bank. Like, in the end of the day, my other accounts, I could save for not this fusion, but the following one. Not the only rares and below, but my free to play. I decided not to because there's some champions, even epics, that I'm kind of like looking for them. So it could be a big game changer for the accounts. So not gonna say sorry about it. I still have a lot of rares to pull when we get a 2x, and the same thing for voids. I believe I have 1 void only, but I have close to like 30, getting close to 30 ancient shards on my free to play. As soon as we hit a 2x, let's try to go for it. Hopefully get certain champions that would really make a difference on clan boss. Alright guys, so yeah, let me see what you guys think. I'm kind of impressed. I haven't seen any promo codes coming up. I remember seeing the past, actually Game Leap had one 2 years ago, I believe, or last year. So, but I do not see any new promo codes right now. Don't take me wrong, I feel like those gifts are pretty good, okay? But a promo code would be also very nice. Also remember, we're going to be having, I believe soon, maybe next week, the coalition events coming up. What? Probably going to be very exciting. So you guys have to remember, going through this new event coming up tomorrow, Anniversary Path, you're going to be using a lot of resources. And then you have coalition coming up on the following week, I believe, or so. And that's going to require a lot of resources too. So kind of make sure before you get fully invested, you're going to be able to complete some of the path. At least if you're going for a sacred shard or something like this, make sure you have enough and don't overspend your resources. All right, guys. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for being here. And as always, I'll see you in the game.